YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Chasing the Dream on Alma, Missouri. So we sold some bales, but you notice our money's gone down quite a bit because we've made two pricier purchases. I would put along the line of what one tractor would cost us. We'll see when we get down here. We did some testing with it. Started some work. It was raining early this morning, so we stopped, even though it looks like it's going to rain again later. But we'll head down here and get back to the work on it. We're going to till this field and soybean up. Just going to take off the top. A little bit of shallow cultivation, one would say. We also need to spray the weeds out of these fields, which might be our next project we might do later today or tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, so you probably could tell from the thumbnail, we went out and bought a 365 and bought the vertical tillage tool from Versatile with it as well, the 320 I think, the Viking. Have to see, they got numbers on this somewhere. Jump over, there we go. Yep, so the Viking vertical tillage 320. It's a beaut, it really is. Then you got the 365. Let's hop in right into the cab here. So we got a seed monitor, we got a Kinsey monitor, even though we don't have any Kinsey equipment right now. But yeah. Let's see if we get this started right up where it was. But I think this is a pretty good purchase. And it kind of gives us that middle ground piece of equipment, I guess you could say. Like I said, we're going to have to do some spraying too after. Part of me wants to update to a new sprayer, get something larger now that we have all these larger fields, because that little one just probably not going to hold up anymore. And have to change the tires and such. So I get this set up right now for a split row, so it'll skip every other row. Just be easier turning, I think. Width's pretty solid on this. I was actually impressed how wide this is when they unfolded it for me at the shop. But this will take, quite a while to get going. I would like to get out and seed behind it, but I just don't think that's going to happen. My plan, I think, is we're going to try to put alfalfa in here and in the soybean field. Take the first cut off, turn the soil over maybe. Direct seeding probably not going to be an option for those two fields. And I know it might hurt our bonus a little bit, but it's kind of how I feel. And I may actually leave the soybean field what it is. We might plant corn at those two large fields we have over there, and then leave this all, turn this into soybean this time around, and alfalfa up on the hill. That might actually be the better option now that I think about it even longer. We'll see. A lot of thoughts on that. But let's hop into the store. We got the X20 is still there, but remember it ends up being like 200 something thousand. We could have purchased one of those. Had 500 horsepower. What we got though, I thought was a pretty good deal. Let's go and see what an actual sprayer. So 259, 489. That one's only 40,000. Small Massey Ferguson. We don't need a Terrogator. So essentially 259 is the cheaper one. We should buy one. Do we want the Bird Hood or do we want the Patriot 350? I'm just curious. Yeah, see, it sits really low. That's what I'm worried about. It's too low. Holds 1,056 gallons. Why does that seem like 1,600 for that one? So the New Holland's got, whoa, this one's only, is it really only that big? So 977 gallons. That is far too expensive. That's 1,100 gallons. So the New Holland, well, I guess we can, interesting. So it could be either. So we're going to call it a Miller Nitro. 1,600 gallons, 262 in the end for everything. Don't want a plate on it. Don't need a plate. I mean, ideally, I think that's what I'm going to go with. You know, yeah, it'd be almost 300 grand. But I think that's what we're going to take. I mean, what is the working distance? 36 meters. 48 meters. 20 meters. 36 meters. Smaller tank. 36 meters. So I'm thinking Miller Nitro. I think that'll work. I mean, the Patriot's nice, but again, yeah. We want something that's going to hold 250 horsepower. Yeah, the Miller Nitro, wow, 400, no way. Almost seems cheaty compared to the Bruin. Well, Bruin's 300. So, I'm thinking the Miller Nitro. So we might have to run down to the store, purchase that. But, yeah, I think that's the way it is. I don't think I can direct seed in that soybean. Kinda interested, so we'll let the worker take over here. Because if I could direct seed up there, which I'm not sure if I can, because of the soybean stocks. But I think it's definitely worth checking. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to drive back to the farm and check it out. So you can direct till this one, which is what I thought with this piece of equipment. I remember that's how we bought it. And I wasn't fully sure in my head, but I should have quickly figured that out. But we've topped this off now. I'm hoping this will be enough because we're going to start playing, I think, with dynamic pricing. So it'll depend on the time of year and the need and demand for seeds, for pricing, which will affect our contract that we currently have a little bit. Here's some soybean we missed. It's on a weird little slope of a hill, so slightly misses it, but I'd be interested to see how much fertilizer this will actually put down compared to alfalfa. It'll probably be more fertilizer than anything. But like I said, I think we're going to leave this one for the whole next year. We'll leave it alfalfa, harvest the alfalfa off of it. We will do the field across the pathway that we're tilling right now. We'll turn that into alfalfa, get one cut off of it, flip the soil, put beans in because we'll have time. And then beans will start with a low nutrient, give or take. But we won't have to follow up with fertilizer on that field. This field, honestly, gonna be interesting to see if we over fertilize a little bit. I'm looking at the map right now, and it kind of looks like we're seeing greens in certain areas, but it's almost like we're over patching. I should say over fertilizing, calling it patches because I keep seeing so many patches. The vehicle running costs, so that must be our worker. So that's actually interesting. So if I come up here, pH is great for those fields. Obviously, we're going to have to take care of the pH on those fields over there. Weeds we gotta clean up. Nitrogen level. It kind of looks like it's over nitrogen on the outside. See? Yeah, so the outside is really over nitrogen. So I think we can balance all that out with a little bit of, that's the word I'm looking for here, folks. A year of being on alfalfa, kind of run the nutrients off it with multiple cuts and get it ready for soybeans. But this setup runs pretty good. Definitely holds its own. We got corn still drying, which we'll come over here, see what we got. Solid fertilizer. The truck must almost be full. With 6,000, not sure if that's here or there. Just what we have left over down at the storage, the rail storage. Soybeans, when it peaks next July, we'll get 82 grand. Corn, obviously that's what we have right now. We're going to have dry corn in the end. We'll have to look at the prices, because using Sasquatch's silos system seems to not always display them. But I think it's just because how they shift and you move them from area to area. Because we don't have rye either, and we have a lot of rye that we're going to be sending to market. Which actually, that's something I think we might try to do before. Because we have a lot of rye. So let's look at it. Soybeans, 1,880 bushels. It's okay price right now. Seeds, we still got 2,400 bushels of seeds. Impressive. We just refilled diesel. Manure we're working through. We got a bunch at the other barn. Slurry, we're getting up there slowly. Lime, peas, 4,500 bushels. Propane, 2,800 bushels. And we'll just keep going down until we get to it. Did we miss it? Is it not showing me dried corn in here either? See, that dried corn right there looks crazy. I don't understand why that's so heavily priced. That's not the one we're using, by the way. Rye. So it doesn't show rye either. But then when I come over here, let's go down. Dried corn right now. That's at 4,200 bushels. Another 4,000 bushels coming. So there'll be 8,000 bushels of dried corn. Remember, that's the one we're looking for. We go back to price. I don't know what all these other ones popping in are now. Not showing me rye again, but I know there's rye in there. Or did we not move it? There's definitely rye in there. But let's go to that dried corn that we know which one we're looking for. 847. It's nothing right now. But I'm actually intrigued. Put the alfalfa down. Go over to the dryer. If you look on the bottom right, showing all the corn. Come over here, we got 334 bushels of oat, 16,000 bushels of rye. Pretty good position to be in, if you ask me. Just my thoughts on it. But we'll move away so it's not as loud. But now we have to, because it's not popping up there, we need to go down. And we need to see, when is rye a good selling point? Let's see, look at the prices of that one. So that dried corn is in Sedalia and all that. I just don't understand. And then we got these two dried corns, and there's one more out there. but those prices are extreme, so I'm kind of okay with that one. That one's more like what it should actually be. July 12, December, grain sell point. So I think we could kind of move that to probably the rail. Is what we should start doing. We'll run down here. Herd's getting bigger. Make sure those bales still in there. Yep. But we'll run down. We're gonna get this topped off again. Should be close too. It is topped off. Well, that's good to know. Get the gears going here. So we'll send this guy to the rail storage. Which is where he's already kind of set up for. I was having run through that side of town if we take a left, but they seem to not like that traffic flow as much. Whereas this one, they come through the town, but they seem to navigate that area pretty well. So we'll send them that way. Have them drop this off. Then we need to start thinking about hauling our rye, I think, down. At least probably get the oat down to town. Send him on his way. And over here we've got some hay bales, 30 left, 53 straw. This is good because we can use them over here. Kinda pretty well set up now. He's making light work. Taking care of that field. He's rolling right through this field. This should all say alfalfa. That's what we like to see. Crop rotation. We got good on it. So what I wanted, green. Probably what we'll do over here. A little housekeeping. Try to clean this pen up a little bit. And maybe go check the other pen. I put this pit down. It doesn't fill up too quick. It just fills up in odd spots here. There we go. Alright, that's not bad. I can live with that. Step out of here. Shut that. Get back into here. So this is my favorite thing. Just dump it over. Like so. Just park it off to the side. Probably could leave it right in that yard if we wanted to, but I'll leave it for here right now. There we go. He's coming back around. Let's see where they're at with seeds and stuff. We have to go grab the trailer with that in it. So fertilizer definitely running through that pretty quick. The inside they'll probably catch up a lot. Also probably, like I said, by the time we get done 2, maybe even 3 cuts of alfalfa, I think we'll be fine. But overall, we're moving right along. I mean, it's crazy to think year 4 is coming to a close. finally got versatile equipment on the farm, which it looks like he's getting done close to the single passes. We'll be going on the double pass lines, or the skipped rows I should say. But now we should start working inside a little more. Again, being it's going to alfalfa, we don't mind that inside getting a little green. On the outside ring, I know we have some green spots, we also have some dark orange, which is usually a sign of over-fertilization or high nitrogen. And we haven't even started using ammonia or anhydrous ammonia, the NH3. We don't have any of that equipment yet, but another possibility. We'll see what we get, because if we could do that, but ideally we would always. My plan would be a little more conservative now. I have some conservation methods is to till in the fall after the heavy crops, you know, like the stock crops, whether it be sunflower, corn, soybeans. Which soybeans ain't too bad, I guess. Corn would definitely till. But then plant a winter cover crop that we can harvest silage off of and go from there. Or let the crop grow. So we shall see. But yeah, I've been rambling on for a while. Just wanted to keep everybody updated with this episode. Trying to like figure out how to put these episodes together and keep it kind of flowing for y'all without boring you. So you've seen some of the little operations. This one, again, we're just working through stuff. We're getting alfalfa in the ground. We'll probably jump right through winter, because winter's kind of slow, boring. You know how it is. We kind of see where we're set in the spring. And like I said, we need to buy a sprayer, because I think we need to spray before we get there. So one of the other things we need to do, which we did just purchase a sprayer, so I'll be able to do that later today if it doesn't rain, or early tomorrow morning. But we need to put some straw down in here. We have 3 bales in there. Just realized, hopefully it's enough to get them by, because quite a bit of manure pile in there too. Because we don't have an attachment for that telehandler other than the bucket, so I need to purchase a bale grabber or a fork even for that telehandler. Kind of cool. I don't know if you just saw that. I wanted to shoot straw, and I think we just came through here, and if I remember correctly, you can't do it from this side. I think it has to be done outside. I always forget that with this one. We might need to add another silo. I need to find a piece of equipment too that will allow me to run trucks over that and feed them instead of the small wagons. There we go. So now we get some straw put in there on the beds. See, but yeah, so money gone down again, but we should have pretty good winter payout, I think. So we should pay pretty well across the board. I gotta move this one. There we go. I knew I'd get it. Looks like a fair amount of straw, but it's getting in there. So 3 bales might hold it over. Get the other one going. Let's take a gander at them. November looked brutal on the weather, by the way. Straw. Yeah, so we'll be pretty good there. Almost time to fill up some silage for them. So maybe we'll do that as well. Get this moving again so it all doesn't pile up in one spot. So yeah, we'll probably take some silage out, just feed them that. Nothing crazy. Alright. So all 3 bales used. And that's ready to cut again almost. Which it does look like it's ready to cut. So we'll see. I've thought about if we get enough silage from this test for this conservative or conservation farming, I should call it. My goal is to, utilize our other fields. I think we're still going to leave that large square one over by the main farm because we use that to kind of feed our fermenters and our biogas. But we'll get these fed. I don't think I've fed them in a couple days. Oh, that's a bump that might not brush out. Let's get that silage in there. This holds a pretty good amount. I think 1 pass will be enough for today and for probably this episode. Then we'll go look, because it should be at the farmyard by now, but let you all see our new sprayer. I think in the end it was, with everything added, 280,000, and then I think we spent another 10 grand on herbicide, which seemed a bit high, which makes me think that the dynamic need is already being applied to the cost of herbicide. Like it knows that this is the time of year people are going to need it. There we go. Keeping them well fed. Just keep it going. We could probably stop it there, but now we got some manure popping up in the middle again. That didn't take long. Alright. Some chores done all before noon. Back over here, but yeah. So if you've watched the video this far, and you know there's something that I can hook onto that to help that, be fed by trucks driving, I would love to get the trucks in there dumping into it. In a perfect world, one would say. So, just something I'm thinking about. We'll shut that off there. We'll head back up to our map. So they're making pretty good progress on those fields. That's what we like to see. And there we are. Into the nitro we go. Miller Nitro. So like I said, we're going to start, I think, with these small fields. Is a good test, because we come over here, look at the weeds. So the field right there that we conjoined last year, and then these 2 large fields down here will need some weed control, because we want to get the best silage we can out of that too when we cut it to prep it after winter. But I think for now, that's going to be this episode. Don't want to go too long on it, so we'll go there and let these guys finish their work. Thanks for the continued support to the channel. Till next time, Farmer Taz out.